2011 is setting up to be quite the celebration at the Buffalo Chip. 30 years, can you believe it's been that long? Over 300 concerts, hundreds and thousands of campers, and a million memories. But over the years, one thing has stayed the same.
Patriotism. It's one of the many themes visualized at the Buffalo Chip. An Air Force veteran, Woody, creates a different way to salute the American military during the rally. And in 2010, he called on Don Allen to help put together a tribute that spans 7 decades of service.
All of this together represents what we believe the true cost of freedom. We get to do this because of what these tributes represent, the people. Every one of them was a living, breathing soul, whether they're a number or whether they're a name.
A replica of the Vietnam Memorial Wall anchors the tribute, which includes areas to memorialize World War II vets, Korean War vets, plus Desert Storm, Afghanistan, and Iraq servicemen and women. 1,287 flags are precisely displayed, representing soldiers who have sacrificed their lives in defense of America in the late Iraq War.
We came here really simply. What greater place to celebrate freedom? We believe riding is the ultimate freedom, and coming here, I mean, the Buffalo Chip is just, wow. You can pay your respects, you can understand why you get to go down there and party tonight.
The memorial field lies in the shadow of a massive American flag that flies over 200 feet in the South Dakota sun. But as it sometimes does, Chip happens, and the flag becomes a hazard.
Well, we got to go up there and disconnect the top cable that we're going to eliminate, right? Because the flag has gone around and wrapped up the 2 cables, so they're intertwined. We can't lower the flag until we disconnect that cross cable. So then after that, we'll move them guys over so they can tie a rope around the middle of this flag, and then they'll tie that rope to the cage, and he'll lower them and bring them back to try to keep that flag from going over there. In case that doesn't work, those guys are over there to keep the flag from getting ripped up in that barbed wire.
A 50-ton crane rolled in behind the massive flag. Workers were raised over 100 feet to begin the tricky operation. On the first attempt, problems.
And the crane's just about 6 feet too short, so we're moving the crane to get a little closer to the pole so they can get up there. The top of that pole doesn't look like it, but it's moving 3 or 4 feet in the wind as it is. So they were going to use a step ladder on top of the deal to get up there, and I thought that maybe wasn't OSHA approved. So I couldn't believe that was his idea, you know? Jeez, he's been hurt before.
Moving the crane was no big deal, but the moving poles were just one of the many dangers. First was the wind. With gusts up to 50 miles an hour, the steel poles could strike the crane's basket, injuring the workers. Second, the unpredictable gusts could turn the flag into a giant sail, breaking the cables or ripping the flag, which could then be blown into the surrounding barbed wire fence, or even worse, the electric power lines across the street.
We got it all under control. The wind could stop any second, or on the other hand, that 50% probability of severe thunderstorms could accelerate, and we could be in deep doo-doo.
Almost immediately, the operation is working as planned. The first cable of the 2 support cables is cut. The flag begins to be lowered to the volunteers waiting on the ground. And just when things seem to be going smoothly, another wind gust attacks the flag.
Oh, yeah, there it goes.
Wow, seems to be going backwards right at the moment, doesn't it? So now our next project is, after we get it down, we have to repair it. And the next question is how to repair it, and we're figuring that out as we go.
Throughout the course of the operation, more than 100 Buffalo Chip campers stopped, got off their bikes, and volunteered to help save the flag. While they waited, some volunteered ideas, some good and some not so good.
So if you in the future were to cut like moon-sized loops, like holes in it, it'll baffle it, it won't do that?
Yeah, that's wrong.
Yeah, not. And the lift won't take you up there just to spin it out?
Well, we can't, it's just gonna respin. We got it figured out, thanks.
You run 2 wires like this, that anchor it.
There's several reasons why that's not a good idea, all right?
The ripped flag becomes even more tangled.
Just keep cranking, letting it down.
As the wind grows stronger, Woody knows this is the last chance to save the flag.
Okay, keep cranking here. Let's get this back centered. Once we get that flag so it blows free past there, okay, now we should be in good shape.
Good shape when it comes to ripping and blowing across the road. But now there are severed cables to worry about and figuring out a way to not let the flag touch the ground.
Try to hold it back. In case that doesn't work, you guys need to be here to take all the punishment instead of the flag. How's that?
The volunteers ended up being men and women from all walks of life.
Campers, let's just call them patriots. They saw that we were in trouble and they wanted to keep that flag from getting hurt any worse, pure and simple. You know, they were here to keep it from getting caught on the barbed wire and obviously to keep it from getting on the ground.
Many, in fact, are military veterans from Vietnam, the Gulf War, World War II, and the War on Terror. Together with the other patriots, campers at the Buffalo Chip, they helped save more than just a flag. They showed that working together can preserve an American tradition. Respect.
Let's throw it in the truck, guys.
I want the whole seam across the top that did rip, I want that doubly reinforced, and I want it reinforced along the edges so that I don't want this happening again.
Within hours, the flag is sent in for repairs and then brought back out to the chip where even more volunteers are waiting to help.
It's kind of like everything else around here. It's trial and error. We screwed it up the first couple times, and we better not screw it up again.
Within minutes, the flag was back up in the South Dakota breeze, reflecting the passion, the teamwork of freedom.
The legendary Buffalo Chip is known for the best party anywhere. And this year, the 30th birthday blowout, it's going to be a party you're not going to want to miss. We'll be right back.